How is it going on, everyone? Welcome back to Madridista channel. Let's start the video today with some of the news that's coming out of Spain, not for this season but for next season, like not for the 2022-2023 season signings, but for signings for the 2023-2024 season. And the news that came out is Real Madrid's main target for next season is Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund. Jude Bellingham is an English midfielder. He is an English international playing for Dortmund since 2020. He was bought from Birmingham by Borussia Dortmund. He started his career playing for Birmingham in the Championship of England, and he has been playing really well for Borussia Dortmund, to be fair. Last season, in the 2021-2022 season, he started 32 matches. He made 32 appearances. He scored 3 goals and 8 assists in the German Bundesliga. Let's look at some of his stats to figure out how he has been faring in his midfield role. His primary role is a central midfielder, but he can play a little bit deeper or a little bit upper in the field. He has played in total 2,789 minutes in Bundesliga. He has scored 3 goals, and all 3 of them were inside the box. He didn't score any outside of the box goals, but he made some nice shots from outside the box, and a couple of them hit the bar, so he was unlucky there. He scored one of those goals, one of the 3 goals, via a header and via left foot, 2 of his 3 goals. So he is good with both of his feet. He is natural with both of his feet. He can play with his left foot. He can play with his right foot. That's always a good sign. Both feet, being able to use both feet goes a long way for a midfielder. And he created 38 chances. His shots on target 13, 52% accuracy. He missed 5 big chances. That's not clinical, but we don't really expect that much clinical from a central midfielder, but that still is huge to miss 5 big chances. He won 34 tackles, a 65% successful tackles made. He blocked 19 shots, and he made 29 clearances, from which 11 are headed clearance. So he knows how to use his height to his advantage. That's another really good point. And interceptions, he made 42. So he is a really exceptional player. He's a special player. He's only 19 years old, but he already has his game so well-rounded, all-rounded player. He is good with both of his feet. He is good at using his height. He is good at winning headers. He is good at making interceptions. He is good at tackling. He is really good at dribbling and getting out of tight positions, dribbling his way out of trouble. He is good at making those defense splitting passes once in a while. His connection with Erling Haaland was really good to see last season in Borussia Dortmund. Erling Haaland really profited from the partnership between Jude Bellingham and himself, and Jude Bellingham, as an all-rounded midfielder, he is good when it comes to the physical side of the game. He is good when it comes to the technical side of the game, and he can press from the front. He can be used as an advanced 8. He can be used as a little bit of deep when you are sitting in a pivot or one of the pivot. He can play that role too if you want. He is he has a high IQ for a footballer, so he is an all-rounded midfielder. You can use him in multiple scenarios, in multiple setups. He can play in a club setup really good. That's why Liverpool are going to go for him next season too. He is Liverpool's main target for next season too, and they're really confident about this deal. But the noise that's coming out of Spain that Real Madrid is really interested in Jude Bellingham and they are going to go for him hard next season, because Real Madrid has already lost to their primary target this season, Mbappe, and as far as we know, he is going to be staying at PSG for the next 2-3 years at least, and I don't really care. But Florentino Perez is like that. He is obsessed with Mbappe, so he might go for Mbappe when his contract runs out in PSG again. But he will try. I don't know if he will get him or not. I don't know if the Real Madrid fan base will be happy with it, but I think they will be, because we haven't been signing any forwards, so the vacuum is there. When the goals won't be there, the fan base will be simping for Mbappe again. So if we do not go, we will go for one of Haaland or Mbappe in the after 2 or 3 seasons for sure. But before that, we won't be really sitting around like this season that we are sitting around. I don't know, maybe they don't like the players that are on the market, because there are some players in the market for the right wing position. We heard another rumor that Bernardo Silva is available for 80 million euros, but he primarily has been playing for Pep Guardiola's Man City team in the midfield. He is not as his qualities, his attributes do not really serve himself as highly when he is playing from the right wing position. That's why Pep Guardiola is playing him more centrally now. And he has got the best out of Bernardo Silva when he has been playing from the middle. And so we already have 7 midfielders in our roster, and we won't be going for him. So that's Barcelona's free. Barcelona has a free run at him. I don't know how much money Barcelona can still spend after spending all the money on Lewandowski, Koundé, Rafinha, Kessie, Christensen, etc. So I don't know how much money Barcelona still have, but they have quite a bit of money. So for the right wing position, we are not looking for anyone. All the noise is coming for the backup striker position for now, and we have been hearing conflicting reports now that we heard that Real Madrid is looking for experienced striker who around 30 years, who would be happy to sit on the bench and come as a backup for Benzema, substitute for Benzema, and would guarantee 10 to 12 goals a season. But now we are hearing that Real Madrid is looking for a young striker who would be happy to be a backup, who won't be unhappy with less minutes, and Real Madrid is looking for a decent deal, not a really expensive deal and stuff like that. So let's get back to the Jude Bellingham news, then we will discuss the striker news more. Jude Bellingham's career, he has been playing from 2020 for Dortmund. In the last 2 seasons, he has made 90 appearances for Dortmund and he has scored 10 goals. For Birmingham City, he has played in Birmingham City's main squad for 1 season from for the 2019-2020 season. He made 44 appearances and scored 4 goals, and really surprisingly, Birmingham City retired his number. They really highly believe in his potential. So yeah, that was surprising, but that's their squad, that's their number. They can do whatever they want with it. For England, he has debuted in November 2020 and he has been in the England squad till now, and he has made 15 appearances for the England national team squad. He hasn't scored any goals yet, but he is an integral part of the England squad, and I think he will go to the World Cup. He is a really special player, talented player. I don't think the English manager, English coach will leave him home and go to Qatar without him. So I think it will be a great experience for him to play the World Cup. And let's check out his stats in the Champions League in 2020-2021 season. He made 10 appearances in the Champions League. He scored one goal and assisted another goal. For the 2021-2022 season, he made 6 appearances because Dortmund went out of the group. They came third in the group stages, so they had to go to the Europa League. So he made 6 appearances, scored 1 goal and assisted 3 goals. And in the Europa League 2021-2022 season, he made 2 appearances, scored 2 goals, assisted another one. So he did his part, but Dortmund were still kicked out of the tournament because they were not really good last season in Europe. They were really underwhelming and underperforming, and that's because Haaland wasn't really fit enough. He was suffering from niggling injuries and injuries here and there. So without their main talisman, they really suffered. Okay, let's then get back to our backup striker news. And we heard that Real Madrid is looking for a young striker who won't be unhappy sitting on the bench as a backup to Benzema. So conflicting reports coming out, so I'm not sure what to take from that. So I'm gonna guess that the reporters are only guessing mostly. They don't know what Real Madrid is going for. They don't know Real Madrid's plan, and so they are just putting stories out, because the Real Madrid fan base is really starving for some forwards. One of the options that really fancies the Real Madrid fan base in social media is Benjamin Sesko from RB Salzburg, Austrian club. He is playing in the Austrian Bundesliga for RB Salzburg. He has made 15 appearances last season. He scored 3 goals and assisted 1. Not much to look at there because he is a really young player, only 19 years of age, Slovenian international, 6 feet 4 inches, and there is not much to there is not much to look for in terms of stats, in terms of his career so far, because he's a really young player, and so he hasn't been he has only started making his mark in the football world. So we'll have to wait and see how he does this season. But Real Madrid fan base is for some reason really interested in him. He is good with the ball at his feet. He receives the ball well, and he is great at heading the ball into the net too. He isn't a technically limited player. He is technically good too. He knows how to use his height well. He is a strong player. Just because he's 19, it doesn't mean that he doesn't know how to use his physicality. He uses his physicality well, and so he made his national team debut in May 2021. He appeared in 13 matches and scored 2 goals. So bright future ahead for him, but I don't think Real Madrid will go for him this season. He needs his breakout season before Real Madrid, I think, will bet on him, and he might have that breakout season this season, because from what I saw of him, what I have watched of him, he is a technically gifted player. His first touch is good. His receiving of the ball is good. He receives the ball, the balls that comes from the midfield. He receives them well with his chest, with his feet well. He has a good leap, so he is good at heading too. And I think he has he will have a breakout season maybe in the next 2 seasons, and then all the big teams will be after him. But so far, I don't think he's going anywhere this season. If one of the big clubs decide to make their bets on him, then someone might come for him. But I don't think Real Madrid is going to come for him. There are some talks about maybe looking at Roberto Firmino of Liverpool. I don't think there is any substance about that there. There are something about Edin Dzeko. I don't think there is Real Madrid will move for Edin Dzeko. And there is always rumors about Cristiano Ronaldo and Real Madrid, but the club has made it clear by their mouthpieces that there is nothing there. We are not looking to sign Cristiano. It would have made a lot of sense if Cristiano agreed, but we know he is not someone who would be happy to play second fiddle to Benzema. He won't come here to play as a second fiddle to Benzema and Vinicius. He will need to start if he comes here, but the best positions of him as an inside forward, playing with Benzema, which Vinicius is doing as a left winger, left forward. That's his best position as the player who is playing off Benzema. So we need more of a Benzema backup and a right-sided winger, right-sided forward. If Cristiano was playing as a right-sided forward this season or the seasons when he was at Juventus after leaving Real Madrid, I would have been more excited to if we had some links to Ronaldo, even though it won't materialize. But I would have voted for that. I would have really advocated for that move. But due to the circumstances and what we need and what we require, I don't think that Cristiano is the right move. So there is nothing there. But Jorge Mendes is looking for a club for Cristiano. I don't know if they already have an agreement with some club, because there is always some fake news coming out about Cristiano going to some clubs, and he has really rubbished some rumors in social media, in Instagram in the last week. And he has also, I think yesterday, made a post that the reporters are making rubbish news about him. If they don't make news about him, they don't make money and stuff like that. So he will move this season for sure, but where, it's still not clear. Bayern Munich already bought Mane, but they sold Lewandowski. Maybe not. But their Oliver Kahn and their sporting director already came out and denied the reports. Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel, if we are to believe the reports, Thomas Tuchel doesn't agree with this move. The new Chelsea owner, Todd Boehly, really likes this move, but Thomas Tuchel doesn't agree with his move. And Thomas Tuchel isn't eager to get Cristiano into his team. So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see where Cristiano moves this summer. But his agent Jorge Mendes is really looking for a way out for Cristiano. There is nothing more about Real Madrid so far. Slow news days for Real Madrid, even though Real Madrid fans are eagerly waiting and hoping that as the club is briefing, if we can move out Mayoral, Mariano, Asensio, at least two of them, then we will move and make a signing in the forward line. So we are really hoping, but the news coming out that Mariano doesn't want to leave. Whatever the offer may be, he doesn't want to leave. And Asensio has, it's reported that Asensio has communicated to the club that he wants to stay. So in that kind of scenario, it's not looking good for us. It's not looking good for us, because if they stay, then I don't know if the management will go and buy another forward, which we will need in case Benzema needs to be rested, because no one is going to be happy if they see Mariano playing for Real Madrid anymore. People are really annoyed and frustrated with Mariano, because he has been getting some proposals, but he is rubbishing and totally rejecting everything, and Asensio isn't getting any proposals at all. He really puts himself on a position that he thinks he is better than he is, so he has put his wage demand higher. He has signed with Jorge Mendes to look for a new club for him, but it's not making any progress. Even though Jorge Mendes is a super agent, if your ambition doesn't match your quality attributes, then even Jorge Mendes cannot do anything really. And so we are a bit stuck with these two players, Asensio and Mariano. Hopefully one of them leaves, so we can sign a forward before the transfer window closes. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Kindly like and subscribe. See you in the next video.